Apex Legends launches a brand new event, and Valorant launches a brand new patch with a brand new agent. All that and more, my name's Ethos, and these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free-to-Play Weekly. Coming in at number 5, now we already know Apex launches on Nintendo Switch March the 9th, but the thing that you may have not known is this week Respawn has revealed a brand new limited time event built around Caustic and a playlist takeover with new and fiery dangers. The Caustic Town takeover runs from March the 9th to the 23rd and tasks Legends with surviving a new and deadly water treatment area now filled with hazardous liquid. Caustic wants you to drain that liquid, which offers access to 4 gold loot items locked in cages. Work quickly though. Also, active during this duration of this event is the Ring Fury playlist takeover, which randomly spawns deadly ring flares on the map. Avoid them or use a new heat shield item to ward off their effects. As the event rolls on, Respawn will be making adjustments to make the takeover more difficult. The heat shield, as well as another situational utility item such as the mobile respawn beacon, are now available in the specialized survival slot in your inventory. One notable change to the entire game with the March 9th update will be the ability to solo queue. Now this obviously puts you at a marked disadvantage against 3-person teams, but it does free you up to complete challenges, learn new characters, or perform other tasks. For more information about all the rewards of this event and all the new changes to the Legends, weapons, and maps, you can check them all out on the Apex Legends website. And speaking of new content, Valorant Episode 2 Act 2's update is live now, and it stars a cosmically named new controller agent, Astra, who's out of this world, at least from her body from time to time. Astra can enter the astral form where she can get a top-down view of the battlefield. From there, she can place stars anywhere she wants. She can then detonate these stars for a variety of effects, such as concussing other players, setting up smoke screens, and pulling players into her gravity well. Her ultimate ability, Astral Divide, erects a giant wall across the map that actually blocks bullets and heavily dampens audio on the other side. Riot Games is also making good on several of its long-term promises from last year. You can now queue up in competitive mode with a wider group of friends at lowered ranks, and you'll only need to do one placement match if you've earned a rank during the previous act. There's also new measures in place to discover AFK players and toxic chatters and punish them appropriately. Other changes in this update include better context for automated agent voice lines and teleporter exit doors now being permanently open, as they were previously too difficult to assault in escalation. You can get the rundown on everything that's brand new on Act 2 on their official website. Well, you know what they say about best laid plans. Last summer, Bungie laid out an ambitious schedule for the future of Destiny 2's releases, which would include the Beyond Light expansion, which came in 2020, and 2 new expansions, the Witch Queen and Lightfall, coming in 2021 and 2022 respectively. Now, Beyond Light received a minor delay from September the 22nd to November the 10th. And from the most recent blog post from Bungie, it looks like the launch of the Witch Queen will be delayed to 2022. Now, this expansion represents an important evolution in the ongoing story of Destiny 2, and the dev team wants to make sure that they nail it. Instead, in 2021, the game will receive several upgrades in terms of keeping Destiny's weapon and armor game fresh, refining their vision for PvP, implementing transmog, and adding crossplay. And we'll learn more about the Witch Queen later this summer. And moving into story number 2, a pair of developers were scooped up this week. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout developer Mediatonic and its parent group Tonic Games announced that it was joining forces with Epic Games. The press release was careful not to use words like bought or sold, even though that was pretty much what likely happened. Of course, with this change, nothing will actually change about Fall Guys. Like, for example, it's still slated for release for the Switch and Xbox Series X and S, and that the devs will still be super close with the community. Then there was the quick and curious exchange. The simple question, free to play, was answered with a equally brief, nothing to announce right now. The fact that the question was even brought up by Mediatonic itself and answered with the caveat of right now would lead one to believe that free to play Fall Guys is indeed coming sometime in the near future. So we'll keep our ears to the ground until we hear another update about the game finally going free to play. And finally, your biggest story of the week, it looks like the Unreal Engine 4 version of Blade & Soul is still alive and kicking. Originally, there was news that Blade & Soul for UE4 was cancelled and that the game was no longer going to get transferred to the brand new engine, but it looks like its death was actually an exaggeration. An update coming from MMO Culture announced that the June update coming to the Korean version of Blade & Soul is, in fact, the UE4 version of the game, and it will include 4-player dungeons, a difficulty system, and of course, the upgraded performance and visuals of Unreal Engine 4. NCSoft claims that this build is even better than the closed-down Frontier World server reported on in the original story, as Frontier World was the team's first attempt at using UE4 while still maintaining the Blade & Soul flair. Now we just wait for a hopeful Western release. And that moves us to the question of the week. Apex Legends launching its brand new event and Valorant releasing its brand new agent. Let me know in the comment section below which game you're playing, if you are playing either of them, or if you're playing a completely different game. I've been playing a lot of the Valorant brand new patch and really have been enjoying it. But let me know what you guys have been playing in the comment section below. And these are your top 5 stories for this week's Free to Play Weekly. Don't forget to check out mmobomb.com for giveaways and the latest news. My name's Ethos, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, everyone.